Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening. Please welcome from the blue corner, Charles Bennett.
Felony Charles Bennett. Now what is 74 bouts, 30 wins, 21 KOs, 6 by submission, 3 decisions. This guy has been around. So much so that, Dan Lambert, you were on one of his first shows.
I promoted a show 21 years ago that Charles fought on, and he fought on a few more. I've seen this guy do the craziest things in that cage. He's grabbed guys by the ankles, twirled them around 3 times, and thrown them in the cage like something you'd see out of a pro wrestling match. The guy's unorthodox, to say the least.
To say the least. And he is at his best when he's having fun, when he's not feeling stress. But that stress will, just like Jason is suggesting, it becomes a more stressful environment as the fight gets longer. He is super dangerous in the beginning, and yeah, it's very unpredictable. I mean, different in fighting, different is hard. And this guy's damn different.
And a hybrid has had a couple of BKFC fights, BKFC 9 against Johnny Bedford, lost in 2 rounds. Then most recently lost to Tyler Goodjohn at BKFC 15. That was a unanimous decision. Likes to give his opponents nicknames. Called Tyler Goodjohn Turnaround G-String. And can't fight good night is what he laid out for Jason Knight.
You know, when I was telling people and letting the audience know that I was coming here, which has been just a wonderful night, and I mentioned that Charles Bennett was on. Those that know. You know, he's a real OG. He's like an early era weirdo, badass, dangerous dude. And people were pretty thrilled to see him here fighting. And I'm thrilled for him.
Felony Charles Bennett.
We're not allowed to call him his old nickname.
No.
Absolutely do not call him his old nickname.
We'll just say KH.
I'm not even saying that.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I won't even. You said it.
He's over there.
Yeah, but he might watch this.
That's true.
Felony Charles.
Felony Charles Bennett.
Maybe Dan Lambert, maybe you're allowed to call him his old nickname.
I doubt it. I'm not going to ask permission. I'm just going to take a pass.
Half of our main event, and let's meet the other half.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome his opponent from the red corner, Jason Knight.
Jason the Kid Knight. 21-6 as a professional fighter, 3 knockouts, 14 submissions, 4 by decision. Signed to the UFC in 2015 at 23 years old, lost a short notice debut. And last fought an MMA fight at iKON 5. Last Bareknuckle was a rematch with Artem Lobov at BKFC 9. They fought again at BKFC 5. That one went 5 rounds. The 2 fights that have said to have put Bareknuckle back on the map. Lobov said, I dropped him 3 or 4 times. This kid just kept coming and coming and coming. He's from 3 miles down the road in D'Iberville, Mississippi. His gym is in Lucedale. Opened it up during the pandemic and looking to potentially make a return back to the UFC.
Yeah, and for a lot of these guys, sure, they'd love to be on the big mainstream corporate ESPN show. But they're starting to feel this punk rock, visceral, street-level, rugged reality of this show, too. And maybe for some of them, they'll be able to dip their toes back and forth. But this kid really became the star people knew he would with those 2 fights against Lobov. 2 unlikely stars that really broke out in BKFC.
Well, he told me yesterday at the weigh-ins that he fights his best when he gets put in positions that make him uncomfortable. And if you look at his stay in the UFC, 2 fighters that stand out to me were Dan Hooker and Chaz Skelly. Those guys are going to make anybody uncomfortable. They are very, very, very high-quality fighters, and he beat the living shit out of both of those guys.
Yes, he did.
So if Bennett is looking to come in here and make him uncomfortable and give him a blitz early and try to put him in trouble, I think Jason welcomes that opportunity.
Yep. We were talking about it earlier tonight. Some people will try to avoid the bedlam. He will welcome it and then raise you a chaos, you know, like.
He enjoys the hostilities.
Yes, he enjoys the hostilities. If anyone has ever enjoyed the hostilities, it is Jason Knight.
And he was certainly uncomfortable in that BKFC fight with Lobov, and that thing was a legendary fight.
Let's get it started. Jason Knight, Felony Charles Bennett, tail of the tape here at Gamebred FC1.
You know, Charles has deceptively long reach, and he equals Jason's reach, which is going to be fascinating. He's the shorter man, but he's got those long arms. That's going to come into play when they're on the outside. But when Jason will look to get on top of him, I think early, and negate that reach.
We're going to get you a pair of those glasses, by the way, Robin.
Yeah, I mean, he makes them look cool. I'm not being sarcastic, by the way, Charles, if you watch this. Nothing but respect, sir.
Absolutely. Felony Charles Bennett, Jason the Kid Knight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gamebred Fighting Championships' historic main event of the evening. This one is brought to you by our friends at www.learnaboutcrypto.io, the leader in crypto education. This one is set for 3 5-minute rounds, and in the featherweight division, when the action starts inside the cage, our referee, Frederick Griswold. And now, for all those watching live on the BK TV app, and all of you here in Biloxi, Mississippi, this is it! Introducing to you first, fighting from the blue corner, standing 5 feet 7 and weighing in 143.5 pounds. He's a 73-fight veteran, representing Bad Apple MMA, and fighting out of Columbus, Georgia, by way of Ocala, Florida. Please welcome Felony Charles Bennett. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'11" and weighing in 145.2 pounds. Tonight, he comes to the cage with a record of 21 wins and 6 defeats. Representing American Top Team and fighting out of D'Iberville, Mississippi, please welcome Jason the Kid Knight.
All right, guys, we went over the rules earlier. Y'all watch the shots to the back of the head and down the spine. Don't grab the shorts. Don't grab the wraps. Don't grab my fence. Y'all be careful with fingers to the eyes. Let's rock and roll.
Frederick Griswold laying it all out for our main event tonight.
Let's rock and roll indeed.
The first one as we make history tonight. Gamebred FC1, Knight versus Bennett. Let's go.
Unorthodox, unpredictable. You can use whatever word in the English language you like, but big shot. Busted the nose.
How about good timing for a word or two?
We said it earlier, all combat is rooted in deception. Art of War, Sun Tzu. And look at the deception of the game of Charles here.
He landed another shot.
And he's on top, inside control, and then backs out. That nose is affected.
Knight missing on the kick attempt.
Man, his face is really compromised by that shot. And it came low. See, Charles's hands are low, so the punch will come from underneath the peripheral. That's why it landed so sharply and so surprisingly. If you ask Jason about all the ways this fight could have gone, that's not
Here's
how he
where
thought it would
Jason's
begin.
going to have his big advantage.
Look at the positioning of his feet. Using those, and then reaching back to the leg and now controlling the arm. His feet, he's using them to move his own body here.
And he needs that anchor desperately because he's getting a little dangerously high.
Yeah, if he slides off, he might attack the arm, but yeah, better to slide back lower on the spine. Yes, Stan?
Yes, absolutely. Now he's triangling it, so he's pretty secure, and he'll start working for the neck probably.
And maybe there's a knee bar that you can set up here.
It's just so difficult to give up a top position. It's so risky.
Yeah. But from this position, we can reach down to that knee, keep that body triangle. Here he's doing it with the arm instead. Same concept. Keep the body triangle. Now, under the neck, I believe.
Slipped out.
Palm to palm.
Got him again.
This man just broke his nose, so why not try to crack that jaw? He's underneath. It's a bar arm choke now.
Jason Knight. Felony Bennett hanging on. We're 2 minutes in, tapped out. Good night.
I guess it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah.
Rough beginning for Jason Knight, but it ended the way he wanted.
Well, before I get to go in there and chat with him, I hope we get a look at that punch that Charles landed early, because there's damage to the nose and or the orbital bone.
The first two punches both landed very strong for Bennett.
Now, Jason's nose has been broken many times. It is again. Damage into the orbital bone area. He's shaking his head like it's okay. But that is what bone on bone does. Let's take a look at it. Low, there, right hook. And then here, it's a straight bar arm, palm to palm, and then he'll slide it up, and hide it in his own and tuck the hand behind the head. Speaking of old school Dan Lambert, and he gets the choke. But that right hook from hip height.
I mean, it shows, if the punch stats came up, you would see that Bennett landed 2 punches, and look at the damage from just 2 punches. And that's just telling you what it can happen in these rules.
So it was the right hook first. I believe that's what hit the nose. Then the other punch snuck into the right orbital or inside of the right eye. He seems okay. But man, Charles got to him.
15th submission victory win of Jason the Kid Knight's career. And his 22nd overall. He moves to 22-6. And ends up beating a man that he grew up watching. Felony Charles Bennett turned pro when Jason Knight was 7 years old, back in 1999.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Frederick Griswold, calls a halt to the bout at 2 minutes and 4 seconds of round number 1. Declaring a winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Jason the Kid Knight!
Well, in front of the home crowd, Jason Knight making it quick tonight. And he and Felony Bennett having a little bit of fun.
Jason Knight.
All right, everybody, if you don't mind, take your hats off, bow your heads. If you don't want to take your hat off, you don't want to participate in this little prayer, that's fine too. Y'all just give me a second. Dear Lord, just want to thank you for every opportunity that you give me. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I ask that you let me and everybody else in here get home the way that they came tonight. Get back to their families safely. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
You got your family here with you. You proud of your dad? You proud of your uncle?
Yes, sir.
Jason, man, Charles is a legend. Charles is a legend. When you were 7 years old, that man was fighting. It's got to feel good to get a real win over somebody like that. I'm sure when you were young, you were looking up to him.
Yeah, man, for sure. Crazy, well, sorry. Back when he was Crazy Horse, I looked up to him. But nowadays, I've done past his level. Hey, don't get me wrong, the man, he caught me with a good shot. But I knew I was coming in here to get the win tonight. There wasn't nothing short of victory, and that's how it was gonna be. I got a lot of respect for him, and I'm just glad I got the win. Ready to get back to the big show. UFC, Bellator, PFL, whoever, you know that I'm looking, call me. You give me a call, I'll be back in the gym. This little cut ain't nothing, it'll heal up in a week. I'm ready to go tomorrow if I need to. Let's get it.
You are one of these guys, you don't seem too bothered by getting knuckle on knuckle from a guy like Charles, catches you from under the peripheral. It's just a day of the office.
That's it, baby. Cuts are just another thing. It's something I've been dealing with for a long time. I'll deal with it for a long time again. Ain't no big deal. Real quick before we go, big thanks to Alpha Black Label, Veteran Farms, Kill Crew, all my other sponsors. Thank y'all. I love y'all. ATT, all you guys, man, I couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much.
And last thing, man, what do you got to say to Mississippi for being here supporting you?
Mississippi, I love you, baby. Mississippi till I die, baby.
Congratulations, brother. Jason Knight, ladies and gentlemen.